Communication skills aren't just about the art of speaking. They are a psychological tool, and if you master them, you can influence anyone. Have you ever noticed that some people say the same thing, but the other person doesn't pay attention, while someone else says the same thing, and people not only listen but also trust them? The real difference lies in how something is said, not just what is said. So today we'll discuss 5 communication psychology techniques that will ensure your words are not ignored but remembered. The first and perhaps most powerful communication technique is the mirroring technique. Sometimes you meet someone for the first time, but within a few minutes you feel like you've known them forever. That connection just happens, and you wonder, what made it so special? The person was probably subtly mirroring your body language, tone of voice, or speaking style. This is called mirroring. It doesn't mean you copy everything they do. If they wave, you wave, or if they cough, you cough. That would seem fake. Mirroring should be subtle, so subtle that the other person doesn't even notice it. But deep down, they feel, this person is like me. I can trust them. For example, if someone speaks slowly and calmly, you should respond at the same pace. If they are a bit informal and relaxed, you can be a little more casual, within limits. This sends a signal to the other person's subconscious mind that you are on the same wavelength, and trust isn't built on logic, but on feelings. This feeling is created by the mirroring technique. From FBI negotiators to top CEOs, everyone uses this technique because it makes the other person feel psychologically comfortable and open. But be careful not to overdo it. Otherwise, the other person will think you're being fake and the connection will break. Once you master this technique naturally, you can build an invisible connection with any person, whether a client, a stranger, or an authority figure, which automatically makes your words more powerful. And that's just the beginning. Now let's talk about another technique, the power of pausing. Have you ever heard someone speak without stopping, without taking a breath in the same monotonous tone? Do you pay attention to such a person? Probably not. Because speech without pauses becomes just noise. But if someone pauses occasionally, your brain becomes alert. Psychology says that the human brain takes silence seriously. A pause not only clarifies your message, but also makes it more powerful. For example, if you want power in communication, understand silence. That pause made that line so much deeper. See, that 1 second of silence adds weight to your words. And this pause makes your words, your emotions, and your presence even more impactful. Barack Obama, Steve Jobs. They were masters of pauses. They didn't just speak, people felt their words. Because silence isn't empty. It's full of meaning. But yes, pausing doesn't mean you become awkwardly silent. You need to know when to pause. And for how long. Because pauses, tone, and body language, all 3 together, create an impact in your words that shouting never can. Now let's move on to the third technique, active listening. See, most people don't listen. They're just waiting for their turn to speak. You're talking, but their minds are elsewhere. So what do you do then? Now imagine if someone looks at their phone while you're talking, glances around, or just sits there with a blank expression. How would you feel? You'd feel like your words have no value. But if someone is listening to you with their eyes, reacting occasionally, nodding slightly, you'll feel, yes, this person understands what I'm saying. That's active listening. It's not an act, it's an attitude. And the best part is, when you listen attentively, the other person will also listen to you attentively. The connection becomes two-way. 4. Emotional labeling. Imagine someone looks upset but isn't saying anything. You could say, "You seem a little frustrated. Is everything okay?" Just saying that can give that person a sense of relief. They feel like someone understood their feelings without them having to say anything. Emotional labeling means giving a name to the other person's emotion. This situation might be making you feel a little anxious. These small things can break down big walls. And now, the final technique, anchoring confidence. Not everyone is naturally confident, but some people learn to project confidence. And that's where the difference lies. An upright posture, eye contact, and a steady tone. All these things silently signal to the other person, I am in control. Confidence is a vibe, and when you practice it repeatedly, you anchor yourself in that vibe so that no matter the situation, you can connect with people and influence them.